My name's Joseph Skin, council for the Skin Tyee Nation. I've been working for the Skin Tyee community for over 5 years now. Moved back over 5 years ago to help my community. I was working in the oil fields up past Fort Nelson. I've been there for over a year until my chief actually came and convinced me to come back to the community. The energy sector invites opportunity not just for the First Nations in the area, but the businesses and the governments that bring the proposals, you know. Brings opportunity to reconcile a lot of things. So there's more opportunity than just money in for it. That's the way I see it. We took on a position for our community. We applied for funding from INAC, which came through the CCP funding most other communities are getting involved in, which if they haven't, they should get involved with. Because that was a starting point for our community. You know, INAC helped with that little bit of funding for that. And that was my jump start point for helping with bringing most of the cultures and traditions back that are slowly disappearing on us, like our language and everything else like that. But right now, I used INAC to that point with our CCP and brought us to a point where our band could get more business done, have revenue generated through these deals that the pipelines they bring. You know, sure we could sign an agreement with them and everything like that right away, but that little bit of agreement money, that could go a long way for a lot of communities, you know, even though the pipeline hasn't gone through yet. When you live in a society after colonialization and everything like that, you know, there's a lot of things that you got to think about, you know. When we think about our cultures and our traditions, we can't keep it alive just by ourselves, you know, like we got to rely on other governments that surround us, you know, like we got to use each other to benefit for the better of everybody else, you know, and that's what most people lack with that type of vision, you know. If they want to get more involved and more understanding about the traditions and the cultural aspect of it and why we have oppositions to the energy sector, all I'll say is there's more communities around BC and Canada than just my own, you know. Involve yourself more in these communities. Because myself, I invite as much people as I can to our cultural camps that we host every year. If you want to get involved, come to the communities. I know all these other communities around here, they host community events, and just like ours, they hold it once a year. You know, do your best to make sure you get out there, you have a better understanding of First Nations people and how they interact with the land. Like I said, it's not for the money, it's always for the land and the people. So when the decision comes to me, I think of those two first before the money. But if those two can comfortably balance in life for my community and the communities around us, you know, I have no problem making those decisions for my community. But if one outweighs the other, then there's going to be trouble. Not everybody's going to be on the same page. You're not going to be able to please everybody. And not everybody's as educated as the frontline workers are, you know. That's why it's our job to reiterate what we hear to our members too, so they could have a broader idea of what's happening. And as for the decision point for myself, you know, like I make sure I'm informed for my council. I'm comfortable with it. I'm a young individual, but I sit on this council with another individual who's my elder, and she's a hereditary chief, and I take my decisions based on her support, because pretty sure all other First Nation governments act on a quorum too, which is the same as ours, you know. And my ideals are the same as my hereditary chiefs.